Hey BraveHearts, well, that's it. We're packed up. We're going to head to Melbourne. We'll stay there overnight. And then we're going to be heading out to Puerto Rico, where we will be actually be coming into what we call the Order of Malta, which is one of the most powerful orders in the world. They're kind of like the White Hats. They're the protectors. And I'm going there to actually open up BraveHeart Nation University. And I'm also going there to start what we call our Abundance Program. But from there, from Puerto Rico, I'll be there for a few days. So you'll be seeing some really beautiful one-a-days. And then from there, we're going to be heading to Texas to open up our fulfillment center. And that's huge. It's huge. So big. It'll have a juice bar. It'll have a clinic. It'll be a fulfillment center and a training center. And it'll just be north of Dallas by about 45 minutes, okay? And then from there, I will be heading to Mexico to wrap things up down there. And then also I'm going to be doing a training down there for some health professionals. And then I'm heading to Bonita, Florida. So if you haven't taken a look at BraveHeartNation.com, take a look at our New World Practitioner course, our Whole Life Coach certification, and our Wolf Non-Surgical certification, and our Pelvic course. Tomorrow, Dr. Sage Wolf starts with Wolf Non-Surgical here in Nambucca Heads, Australia. And he's also going to be going to Melbourne. When he finishes the course in 2 weeks, he will be in Melbourne for about 3 weeks. And he will be doing personal treatment and trainings for people who want to learn the technique for their family. He'll also be doing treatments, and he'll be with Andrea Exton. They'll also have a Cellsonic there, so you'll be able to get Wolf Non-Surgical with Dr. Sage Wolf in 2 weeks. He'll be there for 3 weeks, and you'll be able to actually get non-surgical as well. And he will be doing a lecture in Melbourne, so let people know, okay? And I just want to say today, I'll keep it short. Think about this. The reality is this: when you create hell, things swell. Now, how do you create hell? Well, first you tell the same story over and over again, which isn't your story, it's their story, and they call it history. Most of history is a lie, because the winners of every battle get to tell the story any way they damn well want it. And that's why when I say damn well want it, most of us are damned, because we believe their stories. So when you tell a story, okay, that is going to create anxiety, you're going to burn your brain. You're going to burn your brain. That's the first place hell takes place. And then a lot of people go into depression, and there is no such thing. It's just a computer, and it wants to what? It wants to shut down. So when you need to shut down, you go to the beach and do a sand scrub, and you be grateful for everything you have, but demand more. And that's why you're in hell, is because you allow them to tell the story, and then you talk about it. There isn't a school I want to go to. There isn't a church I want to go to. There isn't any system I want to belong to unless it's based on unconditional love for everybody. And that means that nobody's judged anymore. We just observe and say, how can we help? How can we serve each other? What is our passion? What is our gift? And how can we serve this world? Understand, you go ahead. Put yourself in hell. Put your family in hell. First thing it's going to do is you're going to have pain, then inflammation. Then you're going to get stiffness from the scar tissue. And then you're going to get more scar tissue. And you're going to be burying those issues in your tissues. And you'll have fibroids, you'll have tumors. And it's only the beginning for you. Then you'll start retaining water, and you won't have any cheekbones, you won't have any jawbones. You'll just be one big puffball with a thing sticking out called a nose. And then guess what? You're not putting on weight. You're letting hell come inside of you. And wherever there's a hellfire, you're going to have to call the fire trucks in and get as much water as you can to dilute the poisons from the invisible that created the physical, because your psychological rules the biological. And if you don't want to be the ruler of you, then don't worry, they're going to do it. And you know what they say? Oh, I wouldn't go take Dr. Wolf's course. He's going to brainwash you. I certainly am. I'm going to teach you how to brainwash yourself for the rest of your life in every given moment so that you'll own it. So if you don't want to brainwash yourself, then somebody's going to do it for you. And understand something, the majority of the population is not going to wake. I'm here for the lions. And when I roar, they don't say, why is he angry? They say he's calling out. He's calling out to all the heroes, okay? All the leaders. I'm not calling out, okay, to the herd. I'm not calling out to the people that are sleeping. Because if I was, I'd only be terrorizing them. How do you get rid of tinnitus? You go to my library, okay, BHN library, and you go in there, it's free. It's the biggest self-care, self-help library in the world. You go to the library, and then you go to the do-it-yourself guide, or you go into the, even better still, go to the library and take a look at the advanced water fasting guide, and it tells you exactly how to get rid of tinnitus, okay, and that's free. I will do everything I possibly can and make it free for you, because guess what? You deserve everything, but you're going to have nothing until you are everything. And yes, I'm grateful for what I have, but I'm going to demand more from myself every second. I am an infinite light energy, electrical magnetic being, and I'm not going to go to hell, even if you tell me to go to hell. I'm not going to hell for you, and I'm not going to hell for anyone else. I'm not putting myself there. I'm not putting anybody else there, because it's called heaven on earth. And if you don't get that yet, okay, where do I get spring water in Alberta? You can actually go on to, there's a site, I don't know the name of it right now, but do some research, and you can find all the springs, the natural water springs everywhere, and I guarantee you there's one only a couple miles from your house. And that's the God's truth. So look up natural springs near me, and you're way better off to go to buy water at a natural spring than any bottle. Okay, who in the hell would buy water out of a plastic bottle? And even if you get it from Fiji, it's got over 100 chemicals in it. Understand something. I roar, and that's what I'm going to keep doing, is I roar. And I will continue to roar, and then I'll go back under my tree, and then I'll sit there peaceful until it's time to come back and roar again. Because like I told you, I'm here for BraveHeart Nation. I'm not here for the inflammation nation that doesn't want to wake up and realize their greatness, and that which we call Creator, God, Source, has always loved you. You have a beautiful day. I'll be with you. I've got everybody waiting here. Again, they're always waiting. Waiting. I got to go get in the car, go to Melbourne, grab my plane, okay, to Melbourne. That's where I'm going. Now I'm going to Melbourne for a day. And tomorrow morning I fly and take a 24-hour flight to Puerto Rico. Just know that, Australia, I love you. You have a beautiful country. And understand something. If you want to protest, the most powerful way to ever protest in your life is to have unconditional love for yourself. What if you had unconditional love for yourself and you actually taught that to your family? What if you actually taught that to your friends and they taught it to their neighbors? What if every time that people who think they have authority came on and all we did was yawn? I'm bored already, aren't you? Let's go, okay? Turn your kitty litter into a sandbox. The biggest sandbox I know is called the beach. And let's go do a sand scrub. I'll be doing a sand scrub, not tomorrow, because I'll be in Melbourne, but join me. I'm going to do a sand scrub the very next day, and you're going to see me get muddy, okay? All right? Have a beautiful day. God bless everyone.